Hello and welcome back to Heroes End Gaming. I'm Josh, and today AMG spoiled Doctor Voodoo on their panel to play transmission. So without further ado, let's dive into Doctor Voodoo and see what he has to offer to Marvel Crisis Protocol. So here we have Doctor Voodoo with the alter ego Jericho drum, stamina of 6, medium move, 2 height, and a threat of 4. With the defensive stats 2 on his physical and energy, as well as 4 on his mystic, and there is no difference on his injured side throughout his card. His builder Spirit Venom is essentially a range 3 version of Psionic Bolt. His spicy attack of Staff of Legbra, it's a range 2, strength 7, 3 power cost mystic attack with the wild proc of Power Burn. Before damage is dealt, the target character loses 1 power for each wild in the roll. Target character suffers 1 damage for each power loss and does not gain power suffered through power burn. So essentially, this is kind of like power sap, except Doctor Voodoo is not going to gain the power, it's going to deal extra damage to the person. So it's going to be a really interesting balance of, do you want to Spirit Venom to gain extra power, or do you want a Staff of Legbra to deal extra damage? His first superpower is an active one called Possession, has the power cost of X. This character may spend any number of power to use the superpower. Choose an enemy character within range 3 with the threat level equal to or lower than the amount of power used to spend on this ability. The character drops all objective tokens it is holding. You move the Brother Daniel token to that character, and while Brother Daniel is on that character, it cannot interact, hold, or contest objective tokens. So this is a huge counter control play from Doctor Voodoo. His second active superpower is Spiritual Strength, which is a 3-cost superpower. Choose an interactive terrain or enemy character with both size 2 or less within 2 and throw it short. If this character has Brother Daniel, then you may choose a terrain feature of 3 or less instead, and you can only throw once per turn. So essentially, if Doctor Voodoo has Brother Daniel on him, he's going to be able to throw specifically size 3 terrain, otherwise it's a size 2 throw for characters or terrain. He has a reactive superpower called Recall Spirit for 2 power. When this character is targeted by attack, it may use the superpower. Move Brother Daniel to this character from anywhere. And of course, what is Brother Daniel? We've heard him mentioned at least 3 times in the past 3 superpowers, which ties into his innate superpower, Spirit of Brother Daniel. This character begins the game with a Brother Daniel token. While this character has Brother Daniel, you add 2 to all of its defense and dodge rolls. During the power phase, you can move Brother Daniel from anywhere to this character. Whenever a character is dazed or KO'd while Brother Daniel is on that character, you can move the token to this character. This character cannot have a Brother Daniel token except the one it begins the game with. When this character is removed from the battlefield, remove its Brother Daniel token from the game. Also has a nice added bonus of whenever this character rolls dice, after it affects its resolve, it gains 1 power, it rolled at least 1 failure. His last innate superpower is being immune to Hex and Incinerate. Alright, it's that time again.
Melt time.
No, pros and cons time. Doctor Voodoo is a solid character which at face value looks like he has a lot of defensive flaws, but with the help of Brother Daniel, he actually is a very solid kitted character. His play around enemies having stored power to either give him extra power with sap power or punish them with burning power off of them is going to be really interesting to see him on the board. His Possession is a huge anti-objective play tech, which would be welcomed in every single list in MCP right now, especially against rosters like the Criminal Syndicate and Sin. His immunity to Hex and Incinerate, which are 2 of the most disrupting conditions in the entire game, is a very big boon. Overall, he really only has one downside in he doesn't have positioning for his own. He is on a medium base and a medium move, so he can actually move around the board pretty quickly, but it just means that he's only going to have probably one attack a turn. Thank you for watching another one of my character breakdowns. Comment down below with anything that you thought was interesting about the Doctor Voodoo character. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications for my next video. If you're liking the content that I'm bringing out, feel free to support me through Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon. Until next time, I've been Josh. Happy gaming.